Let's see. Just like humans, they grow old and ugly. What? Old people aren't ugly. I don't know if you're going to TwitchCon, but I vote meet and greet for Saturday. I don't know if I'm going either, and I don't know if I am going to have a meet and greet. I don't think I had one last year, did I? Well, I was on YouTube last year, wasn't I? Wait, was I on YouTube last year? Did I even go last year? I don't remember. Everything's a blur. I don't even remember I went. No, I think I did go last year. Oh, I did. It was oh, dude, I don't even remember. It's so long ago. Guys, is it because I'm a streamer that I just forget things really quick, or does anyone else like just erase last, like not erase, but like it kind of just happened? I feel like things move so fast. You got sick? Okay, but I get sick at every single convention I go to. So like that's not even I forget why I walked into a room sometimes. Same. For me it came with age. You know, I did, one of my physics professors when I was in college, he I think his graduating thesis, or not, maybe not graduate, I don't know, like he wrote a thing about how even if you lived forever, it wouldn't feel like you lived forever, because apparently the older you get, the shorter time feels. So like if you're a kid, 1 hour feels like a long time because you just haven't lived that much life, but when you're older, 1 hour feels very short. And it's got something to do with, I forgot the official term for it, but basically since you've experienced more time, each amount of time feels like it's less long. If that makes sense. Anyway, physics professor I had wrote about that. Anyways, what'd you study in college? I studied mathematics, and then I studied, what's it called? Machine learning. Well, statistics with a specification in machine learning. Did you study an amplitude? No, that I've never heard of that in my life. I don't know what that is, so no. When are you playing Rivals? We're probably gonna play a little before the tournament. The tournament's at 2 o'clock, so in just over 2 hours. But we're probably gonna play with our team a little bit to warm up, so we'll probably play a little bit later. Let's see. 1 year for a 1 year old is their whole... Yeah, exactly. You have an MA? Heck is an MA, bro. I think it's an MS for Master of Science. I don't know. I forgot. Bro, I don't even remember. It's been so long. I don't go to school anymore, guys. Okay? I don't go to school anymore. I play video games. Imagine the money you could have made with the AI craze going on. Guys, I definitely make more streaming than I would with my regular job, but I'll say I probably won't be able to stream for like 20 more years or something, and I will probably have been able to keep that regular job for 20 more years. So you kind of got to think like you give up the longevity for something more fun, you know? He's a VTuber now. It's been ages since I watched him. Does he ever do face cam still? Yeah, we did face cam literally yesterday. So you just happened to come back in the most random time. But yeah, we definitely do. We did it literally 1 day ago. Not even 24 hours ago, actually. Less than 24 hours ago. So we still do, but not this again. I'm always surprised at how many people, like, I guess, show up once every year. But hey, thanks for coming once a year. That still means a lot. So thanks for coming. But yeah, I mean, I used it yesterday, so. Anyway. Skill issue. I mean, hey, not everyone can show up every time. Do you understand general relativity? Bro, I don't think I do. But bro, I've been out of school for a long time. All I do is mauled at video games, get flamed by chat, mauled at chat, and then most of the time have fun doing all that. But but no, I'm not really a school expert anymore. Did you graduate? Yes, I did. I have a degree in applied mathematics for undergrad and statistics for my master's degree. But I didn't use it too much. I mean, I used to have a regular job, but not anymore. I play video games now, and let me tell you, it's a whole lot more fun. I'll say I don't think a degree makes you smart, though. It's kind of weird, but I feel like having the degree just means you paid attention and stuck with the program. I don't think it actually made me smart. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but hopefully somebody out there knows what I'm trying to say. It does make you smarter. I guess it depends on your definition of smart. Because for some people, being smart is knowing random trivia. I don't think that's smart. I think that's you're just memorizing a bunch of junk, right? I don't think that makes you smart, though. But it depends on your definition of smart, right? Because for some people, smart equals I know these random facts. But for other people, smart means, you know, like, I can learn things accurately in a logical way. Does that make sense? Like let's say, like, if someone threw you out there with some sticks, would you be able to figure out how to build a house? Most people could, because you've seen how a house is built, maybe, or you have a general idea. But if you didn't have an idea, so let's say you were given some tools and you had no idea how to do it, would you be able to use those tools to figure it out? And I think that's what I would call smart. I don't know if that makes sense. But anyway, YouTube can teach you almost anything. It's true, but I think catching up is much easier than figuring it out. It's like learning to learn is what I would say. So like if you're just doing what someone else has already done, it's quite easy. But learning how to figure it out on your own is much harder. Does that make sense? Like even if someone's already done it before, if you figure it out yourself, that's harder to do. And I think that means it's very smart of someone. It's more time consuming. I'm not saying it's the right way to do it. It probably isn't. But I'm just trying to explain what I think is smart. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, anyway. Who do you think is school smart or street smart in your group? That is a weird question. I'm going to say almost none of them are street smart, I'll say, because well, a few of our friends are, but definitely a lot of our friends are very, you know, very successful and don't have to worry about a lot of things. You know, survival instincts low. Me personally, I think my senses are weaker now. Getting too comfortable. But I used to live in the dankness. Let me tell you guys. Used to live in the dankness. Grew up in LA. I lived near Oakland when for college. You know, I was in the dankness, let me tell you, because I couldn't afford to live in the nice area. It was pretty whew. Anyway, I don't think it's like that anymore though. I'm probably a soft pipiga now. But I definitely think no. Used to be different. Used to be different, I'd say. The $1 microwave burritos. Oh god, those were times. Those were times. Do you believe in evolution? Oh, of course I do. I think if you don't evolve, then you're gonna be much weaker. Like if you keep your Charmander as a Charmander and don't evolve it into a Charizard, you're just inting yourself. You're gonna have no stats, bro. So I definitely am a strong believer in evolution. Because if you don't evolve, you're not going to be competitive. Maybe a bad example, because Charizard's not a very competitive Pokemon without Mega Evolution. But in general, like, yeah, you just can't not evolve. I am a very strong believer in it. Otherwise, you know, you won't have a strong team. But hey, if you're still having fun, like, that's what matters the most, I would say. Let's see. Or Bulbasaur. Or Bulbasaur. Not every Pokemon is better evolved. That's true, but most of them are. I think a few examples where they aren't is there's this hold item that doubles their stats or something if they're not evolved. Like, I think Pikachu can hold Light Ball, right? Which makes it kind of good. I don't know if it's better than Raichu, but yeah, there's Eviolite on, like, Rhydon. So it's technically true, but in general, most of the time, evolving is good. Most of the time. What's your favorite Pokemon game? Oh, man, I don't know. Hopefully the new one. I'm really hoping the new one. Mega Garchomp is a downgrade from Garchomp. Yeah, he has less speed, I think, right? Mega Garchomp has less speed, which makes him kind of worse in most cases. But I'm hoping the next one is good. Anyway, how do we get to this conversation? I don't know. It's just what the chatters say. So you are saying that humans evolved from a single cell? Bro's watching the stream on mute or something. I think he's watching the stream on mute or something. I'm gonna say I don't even know what that means, to be honest, but I think he's watching the stream on mute. But hey, thank you anyway for watching, man. Appreciate that. He's listening with his eyes. Yeah, I'm not sure. That's an AI. Oh, God, guys. The AI chatters are here. AI is actually taking over. Oh, no. No. Which evolution of Pokemon made you cringe? It's almost all of them, man. Just, I feel like most Pokemon don't look better when evolved. I think the first gen did a pretty good job. Like Charizard, pretty good looking. But a lot of Pokemon, like, dude, Grookey is so cute. But Rillaboom, I don't know. And Fuecoco has a little slice of cheese on his belly. He's so funny. Then he turns into a balding clown crocodile. How did that happen? Why? Why'd they do that to him? Only a few look good after evolving. Yeah. I mean, definitely some look better after evolving. Like Ludwig's favorite Pokemon, he only likes it when it evolves. So, I mean, you know, I guess some are better, a lot better evolved. But I think a lot of times they don't look better evolved. I think certain ones like Metagross, like Beldum, doesn't look that great. Metagross looks way cooler. Yeah, Gyarados looks cooler than Magikarp. Well, not a shiny Magikarp, but yeah. Let's see. Just like humans, they grow old and ugly. What? Old people aren't ugly. What the heck are you saying, buddy? Old people look so nice. I'm kind of jealous of old people. You know why? When I see an old lady or old man, I immediately think they're nice. I don't know why that is. I don't know. I might be weird, but I feel like they just immediately, I'm like, oh, they look so nice. They look so friendly. And I don't know why it is. I could easily get baited in, I bet. Oh, God. Old people shouldn't be allowed to drive, though. I mean, yeah, I mean, I've definitely seen some people who are, like, going blind and they're still driving somehow. I know a lot of bitter old people, lol, good for you. You know, I think sometimes people are just in bad moods. And you can't hate somebody for being in a bad mood. You know? You gotta run into them when they're in a good mood, and I bet you'd have a different opinion. I think it's very easy to see someone once or twice and then think they're always like that. But sometimes people just are having a bad day, or I'm talking about family. Oh, that's unfortunate. But hey, you know, a lot of times, I mean, everybody's happy sometimes. Everybody's sad sometimes, you know? So I think it's... Sometimes you just don't know which one it is. Is how I would put it. I think if you show up to our stream, and most people say we're fairly friendly around these parts. I think if you show up when we're struggling or something bad happened or anything like that, You would think, wow, this is the worst place ever. Everyone hates it. But, like, it's just sometimes things are good and sometimes things are bad. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's kind of how it is. You know what they say? Everyone has friends. Well, maybe not everyone. I sure as heck didn't. But the point is, you know, sometimes people are nice and sometimes they aren't. I'm sure it varies by person, but how it goes.